Welcome to Projects from the Bottom Drawer. My name is Brian, and you can find us at wearboard.com/projects. On the bench today is an EICO 150 solid-state signal tracer, probably built around 1973. When I received this unit, the output signal strength was very low. Going through and checking, all of the electrolytic capacitors in the unit were more or less at the end of their life. Smaller ones were in the hundreds of ohms. Larger ones were okay, but I would consider them to be kind of tired. In the 10s, 15s of ohms. Still useful, but definitely will need to be replaced within the next few years. That did help, but it didn't bring the unit back to where I thought it should be. Going forward, I do resistance checks on the unit, do bias checks. Nothing really stands out until I get to the final output. This is just a transformer coupled device, a single Class A transistor amplifier coupled to a transformer which drives the speaker. Impedance on the transformer is about 136 ohms on the primary, about 5 ohms on the secondary. Nothing unusual. Looking at the schematic and comparing it to the transformer, the wiring colors are wrong. While the kit builder did install it correctly according to impedance, that did throw me because, wait a minute, nothing matches here. But that wasn't the problem. As I moved forward to the speaker, as you can see in front of you, both the impedance and the resistance of the speaker is 0. The speaker is shorted. I don't know if you can hear it, but I do have a 120 hertz, I do have a 1 kilohertz tone being played into it to check. I can just barely hear that tone, whereas that should be loud enough for the camera to pick up quite easily. So just as a comparison, I have an old Olson speaker here. It's about 60 to 65 ohms. Now let's check that speaker with the same setup. If I can do this without damaging the speaker. Now, you may be able to hear this one. It's actually quite a bit louder than the other speaker. But as you can clearly see, both reactance and resistance of this speaker is about 60 ohms. I have to say this is the first time I've run across a shorted speaker in a device like this, although I'm sure it happens more than I've encountered, just because I haven't worked with many of these devices. So now the quest is to find a new speaker that will fit in there, or at least something to test, which I don't have laying around. I should be able to pick one up this weekend and see if it works. Thank you for joining me, and again, please check wearboard.com/projects for this device and many others.